Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel where I talk about the NWSL women's soccer, just soccer, only soccer. So if you hear any noise or sounds in the background, I do apologize. It's the middle of the day and there are other people home, but yeah. Alright, so lots of stuff going on in women's soccer. Not too long ago, on Sunday, November 7th, we had the playoff games between the Chicago Red Stars and Gotham FC, and then we had the Washington Spirit going up against the North Carolina Courage. The Red Stars beat Gotham 1-0, and will now be moving on to the semifinal match, where they will be taking on the Portland Thorns. Likewise, the Washington Spirit beat the Courage 1-0, and will be taking on OL Reign in the semifinals. These two semifinal matches will be taking place Sunday, November 14th, and the NWSL finals will be taking place November 20th. And then after that, we have the international, or the final international games to wrap up 2021. So yeah, I had to say it's been an exciting year in women's soccer. Like a lot going on with the NWSL. But yeah, it's been an interesting and exciting year for women's soccer. Anyway, the U.S. women's national team will be taking on Australia's Matildas in 2 away friendlies to close out this international window. Again, these friendlies are going to be away, which means they're going to be taking place in Australia. And you know what that means. The first game is going to be November 26th at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Game 2 is going to be November 30th at 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. That means get ready to wake up at 4 a.m. I'm already having flashbacks for when I had to wake up at 4 a.m. or 4:30 in the morning to cover the U.S. women's national team Olympic matches. I mean, in this case, at least it's just one game at 4 a.m. So I have no problem with waking up at 4 a.m. to cover that game. So Vlatko released the roster for the 22 players he's going to take with him to Australia. And bro, I'm excited for this roster. This roster isn't what I expected, but it's what I've been wanting. It's what I've been wanting and what I've been begging for. So let's get into it. Let's start with the goalkeepers. Bella Bixby, Jane Campbell, and Casey Murphy. I'm surprised Vlatko didn't pick Adriana Franch over Jane Campbell, but my god, Bella Bixby and Casey Murphy. Bixby and Murphy have been doing so well with their respected NWSL teams, and I'm ecstatic that Vlatko is finally taking not one, but both of them. When I was reviewing the roster for the U.S. women's national team and South Korea games, I said it would be nice to give Bella Bixby a chance on the national team. But both Bixby and Murphy, that's just awesome, and I'm glad they get to go. For defenders, I can't even. This is just amazing. For defenders, we got Alana Cook, Abby Dalkamper, Tierna Davidson, Emily Fox, Sophia Huerta, Becky Sauerbrunn, and Emily Sonnet. I love this defensive line. A little surprised there's no Casey Kruger. I like the chemistry between Tierna Davidson and Kruger since they both played together on the Red Stars. No Kelly O'Hara, which will probably piss off some people. But guys, Alana Cook and Sophia Huerta. These two have been doing so well with OL Reign, and I've been wanting them to get the call up for the national team. And finally, both Cook and Huerta get called up together. Like, I was not expecting that at all. I was expecting Vlatko to take Kelly O'Hara and Casey Kruger. So that's awesome that finally Huerta and Cook are going. Can't wait to see how Alana Cook and Sophia Huerta do on the national team. Alright, for midfielders, we got Lindsay Horan, almost said Lowe's, but Lindsay Horan, Rose Lavelle, Katarina Macario, Christy Mewes, Ashley Sanchez, and Andy Sullivan. I don't really have much to say about the midfielders, with the exception of Ashley Sanchez. These are the same midfielders as last time. Macario, I'm still indifferent to. I think she needs to be more aggressive on the field, but that's just me. I'm kind of chalking it up to if she does well, she does well. If she does bad, she does bad. Ashley Sanchez and Andy Sullivan both play on the Spirits, so probably good chemistry between both of them. Good goal scoring energy from the whole midfield. Both Andy and Ashley will be gunning for goals and assists. Actually, now that I think about it, it's probably going to be Herta gunning for the assists. Like, Herta's probably just going to be crossing to everyone. And finally, the forwards. And this is the most surprising and exciting, at least for me. We got Bethany Balser, Ashley Hatch, Margaret Pearce, Sophia Smith, Morgan Weaver, and Lynn Williams. So, Flacco decided to decimate the whole attack. No Megan Rapinoe for this match, no Tobin Heath, no Alex Morgan. I feel like this could upset some people since Rapinoe, Heath, and Morgan are like U.S. women's national team staples. But honestly, these forwards, Balser, Hatch, Pierce, Smith, Weaver, and Williams are amazing. And they've also been doing really well with their clubs. Ashley Hatch is leading the NWSL in most goals this season, followed by Bethany Balser, who I'm especially excited to see because it's another OL Reign player. Midge Pearce is a very versatile player. Sophia Smith has been impressive with the Thorns and on the national team. Little surprised that Weaver got selected, but I'll take it because she is teammates with Sophia Smith. They will probably be looking for one another in the box, which is always good. As for Lynn Williams, whenever she has stepped on the field for the national team, she looks pretty good. I just hope she can get more playtime, though. I don't think she got as much playtime in the South Korea games, if I remember correctly. I think that's going to be an issue. I think that's going to be one of the issues with these forwards, is managing how much playtime they'll get, because these are talented and amazing forwards. I also want to add, and I found this out later, that Mallory Pugh had opted out of the Australia matches. I'm not sure how true this is, but from what I heard and found on Twitter, Mallory Pugh and her boyfriend are apparently very anti-vax. And in Australia, in order to enter the country, you have to be vaccinated. So if that is the case and she isn't vaccinated, then she wouldn't be able to enter Australia. Again, I'm not sure how true that is. It could just be a rumor, but I feel like this is important to mention, especially since I was kind of wondering at first where Mallory Pugh was. Or why she wasn't on the roster. But, alright, sorry, I'm back. I had to cut the video short because things were getting too loud. And yeah, let's just pick up where I left off. Even though Mal isn't on the roster, Balser, Hatch, Pierce, Smith, Williams, and Weaver are still awesome and great forwards. So, what an amazing roster and what an amazing selection of players. All these players have been doing well in the NWSL, and I'm happy that they got called up. I can't wait to see how they do on the national team. It's very obvious from this roster that Flacco is choosing youth over experience. Granted, this could piss off and anger some fans because Megan Rapinoe, Alex Morgan, Tobin Heath, to name a few, are household names when it comes to the national team. But these young players need to get international experience. These young players need a chance. Most likely, some of these players on this roster to Australia will be headed to the 2023 World Cup. I'm thrilled and excited for a lot of these young players because they are very talented and they have been doing well in their respective clubs. However, there is a possible downside when it comes to having this young roster. Yes, these are talented players, but I wouldn't be surprised if their chemistry together is a little off or if the team struggles to find their footing in the games against Australia. This is a young US team, and it may take them a while to adjust to one another. Instead of playing against each other like they have been doing, they have to learn how to play with each other as a team. My advice is whenever Sophia USWNT crosses, everyone just get in the box and be on sides. And just let Sophia USWNT take the corners. Someone is bound to get their head or foot on whatever ball she decides to cross in. Anyway, I'm excited for this young US team. I'm looking forward to see how all these young players perform together on the team. It's going to be very interesting, and I'm glad Vlatko is giving a lot of these young players a chance. That being said, that is all I have for you guys today or tonight, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.